Hello and welcome to the official Radio Caroline YouTube channel, a new place for you to discover your favourite radio station, hopefully. We're here on YouTube for a couple of reasons. First of all, we're starting the takeover of the world. You can find us on all other platforms anyway, so we thought we'd join here as well. Secondly, that ship you can see in the background behind me, the Ross Revenge, it's in desperate need of lots of work, so we're running a charity at the moment to raise some money to help save the ship, and yes, this is going to help raise awareness of that. And thirdly, it's also another way for you to engage with your favourite radio station, as I say, Radio Caroline. So lots of exclusive content for you to find on here, including some stuff with myself, Josh Holmes-Bright. There's some interviews with the team that are going to come up, some interviews with some musical guests, and some behind the scenes looks at the Caroline North weekend as well, which we're going to head out for very, very shortly. We're here at Bradwell Marina, where we set off for the Caroline North weekends. The rest of the team to the right of me in the bar, having a few drinks before we do head off, so we'll go and join them in a moment. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the content. If you do, we've got to tell you to like, subscribe, share, that kind of thing, which you'll get bored of us saying eventually, but it helps raise awareness of the channel. But yeah, welcome to Radio Caroline on YouTube. Well, I've managed to find arguably the most important member of the Caroline North crew. I can't seem to find everyone else, but maybe they're getting ready to board the ship. Let's go and find out. Bella, where's Danny gone? Where's Danny? I found Andrew Austin, one of our crew members this weekend. Andrew, what do you think about Radio Caroline finally joining YouTube?
After all these years we've been on there, it's such an exciting thing to happen to us. We've finally got into the 21st century, so to speak.
Finally, yes, finally. We're about to head out to the Ross Revenge for Caroline North. What can we expect this weekend? Is it just another weekend of great broadcasting? Or?
Every weekend is a great broadcasting opportunity on Radio Caroline, and that's what we do out there. We just look forward to being there.
Absolutely. Well, let's go and find the rest of the crew as we get ready to depart. So we've arrived at the Ross Revenge, the very ship we're trying to save and the very ship we're going to be broadcasting from this weekend. Steve Chen is joining us, he's one of the crew members. How are you doing, Steve?
Very well, thanks, Josh.
Good, good. And now just briefly explain to everyone on our new YouTube channel the magic of the ship, because you've been out a couple of times now.
Well, this is my fourth trip out here, so every time you approach it, you get this kind of feeling that you're approaching something which is incredibly important and such a rare thing. You really do get the sense of history as you approach it, and it's such, in its way, it's got a rugged sort of beauty to it. But you don't need to be a genius to look at it and work out that it needs help.
Behind us,
and it needs it now.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
I understand that wasn't there back in the day when the actual presenters at the time during the pirate days.
Offshore days.
Offshore. Had to basically leap over the top there, so you couldn't actually get through there at all. So that's a recent addition, and goodness me, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Well, we'll go and get on board, I suppose, and load up. Yeah, brilliant.
HB4?
Here we are on the deck of the Ross Revenge. Johnny's going to be climbing up that a bit later on.
You're having a laugh.
That's my job, probably. No one's going up there. We're going down, in fact. We're going to go down and start the generator up, aren't we, Johnny?
We are at the moment. When we first come on board on a Friday evening, or when we start the Radio Caroline North broadcast, we always start a little deck generator which gives us lights below, so that we can see what we're doing with the main generators to check the oil levels, the water levels, and it's going to function. And once we're happy with that, we're going to flick the switch and hopefully it's going to burst into life.
Hopefully is the key word there. Let's go and find out. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Okay, so generator room, just going to go in there. It's all in darkness at the moment, but I'm sure he'll explain about the generators that are in there. The one that concerns me at the moment is the one we're going to use to broadcast all weekend. So hopefully we'll have some lights on. There we go. Yeah, marvellous stuff. Round here, these are some of the stuff that we used to use, obviously, when we were on 50 kilowatts and whatever. Two big man generators, one a V6, the other a V12. But the one we're going to be using, and the one we used during our Radio Caroline North broadcast, is this little black Perkins here, which is a very, he says, hopefully reliable engine. I'm just going to check, because when we were broadcasting at sea, we used to use what we call water-cooled generators, but this is an air-cooled one. But obviously checking the radiator, that's good, as it should be. And I just want to check the oil level, to make sure the oil level's where we want it to be, which is there. that's spot on, absolutely spot on. So don't need to do anything with that. I've actually already checked a lot of the stuff on here, so hopefully, in just a sec,
in the main studio aboard the Ross Revenge. Rob Ashard has joined us this Friday evening for Caroline North. He's been doing a bit of technical work in the studio, Rob, haven't you? What have you been doing?
Yeah, we just the sea air is quite vicious, really, on the on the equipment. But actually, this is fairly well behaved. We just had a button fail, so I've just put a new button in there so that when you press that, it fires the audio. Perfect. And also the buttons that you can switch to an alternative input. And actually, most of this, the audio doesn't go through knobs and switches, but that's one little Achilles heel of this desk. So I've just got a very good spray that cleans the switch. So that's all we've done.
So this weekend we'll be broadcasting because of you, basically. It's all because of you.
All because of me. It's all about me.
Thank you. Now this is our first video on the official Radio Caroline YouTube channel. So to everyone out there who's joining us for this new adventure, you know, how important is this?
Oh, I mean, it's great to be broadcasting from the ship, isn't it? The whole vibe of broadcasting from the ship is great, and there's a great reaction to Caroline North. And but the ship is part of our heritage. Obviously, we've got the fundraiser going on as well. Indeed, so look after the ship and give generously to that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the work this evening. Hopefully we'll have you on board for a full weekend.
Hope it works for the weekend.
I hope so. Well, here we are in the record library on board the Ross Revenge, ready to wrap up the evening and get ready for broadcasting tomorrow morning. But this is where the presenters would have spent the evenings relaxing, and where we still do that as well. Have a couple of drinks and a chat as well. And of course, where the presenters would have chosen what music was going to be played as well. So you've got some of the singles and the albums around us too. In fact, we've got one album here next to me, the Eurythmics this is. And it's a nice way to sort of have a look back on how they would have kept track on what songs they played. So side 2 and track 1 is I Need a Man by the Eurythmics, and that would have played on the days that were shown there, whereas now on the computers we can just click it and it tells us. But that's how they used to do it in the olden days, and I'm sure you'll see over the weekend how we do it now as well. But I think that's it. We're gonna spend the evening relaxing and getting ready for Caroline North, which starts in the morning. But welcome to the Radio Caroline YouTube channel. Hopefully you'll be sticking around.
Oh, it's Bella here, the real reason you've clicked on the video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel and share it online with your friends. Oh, Dad! Dad! Where are you, Dad?